Hi. Welcome to our science educational video. Today, we're going to explore the fascinating world of genetics, and how DNA shapes who we are. Genetics is a truly fascinating field that has captured the imaginations of scientists and laypeople alike for centuries. The study of genetics has allowed us to gain a deeper understanding of the complex mechanisms that underpin the inheritance of traits and the development of diseases. By unlocking the secrets of DNA, we have been able to uncover the ways in which our genes shape who we are, from our physical features to our susceptibility to certain health conditions. This understanding has also paved the way for groundbreaking research in areas such as gene therapy, personalized medicine, and genetic engineering. So join us on this journey as we delve into the intricacies of genetics and explore the amazing ways in which DNA shapes our lives. The structure of DNA. The structure of DNA is incredibly intricate and elegant, with a twisted ladder-like structure that scientists refer to as the double helix. The double helix consists of two strands of nucleotides that are held together by hydrogen bonds between complementary base pairs. These base pairs include adenine, thymine, T, cytosine, C, and guanine, G, which pair up in a specific way, A with T, and C with G, to form the rungs of the DNA ladder. The nucleotides themselves consist of a sugar molecule, a phosphate group, and a nitrogenous base. The sugar and phosphate molecules form the backbone of the DNA strand, while the nitrogenous bases protrude out from the sides of the backbone to form the base pairs. The order of these base pairs along the DNA strand determines the genetic code that is unique to each individual. DNA replication is the process by which cells make copies of their DNA prior to cell division. This process is essential to ensure that genetic information is passed on accurately from one cell to the next. During replication, enzymes unwind the double helix and separate the two strands. Each strand then acts as a template for the synthesis of a new complementary strand, with new nucleotides added in a specific order to form the base pairs. The end result is two identical DNA molecules, each with one original strand and one new strand. While DNA replication is an incredibly precise process, errors can occur from time to time. These errors are known as mutations, and they can have a range of effects on an individual's health and well-being. Some mutations are benign and have no noticeable effect, while others can cause genetic disorders or increase the risk of certain health conditions. Understanding the mechanisms of DNA replication and mutation is crucial for advancing our knowledge of genetics and developing new treatments for a variety of diseases. Genes and traits. Genes are the basic unit of heredity, and they play a crucial role in determining our physical traits. Each gene is a segment of DNA that contains the instructions for the synthesis of a particular protein. Proteins are the building blocks of cells and are responsible for a wide range of functions, from providing structural support to catalyzing chemical reactions. Some genes are responsible for traits that are easily observable, such as eye color, hair texture, and height. These traits are often determined by a single gene with two or more different versions, or alleles. One allele is inherited from each parent, and the combination of alleles determines the individual's physical traits. For example, if an individual inherits two dominant alleles for brown eyes, they will have brown eyes, while if they inherit one dominant and one recessive allele for brown and blue eyes, respectively, they will have brown eyes. Punnett squares are a tool used to predict the likelihood of offspring inheriting certain traits based on the parent's genotype. The squares are divided into 4 quadrants, with each quadrant representing the possible combinations of alleles that the offspring could inherit from each parent. By filling in the squares with the alleles of each parent, we can determine the probability of each genotype and phenotype. While the inheritance of physical traits is relatively straightforward, other traits, such as susceptibility to certain diseases, are more complex and involve the interaction of multiple genes and environmental factors. Understanding the genetics of complex traits is an active area of research, and scientists are working to identify the specific genes and pathways involved in these conditions. Overall, the study of genetics has provided us with a deeper understanding of the fundamental mechanisms of life and has revolutionized our approach to medicine and disease. By unlocking the secrets of our DNA, we have been able to develop new treatments and interventions that are tailored to individual patients' unique genetic makeup, offering new hope for those affected by a wide range of health conditions. Genetic mutations. Genetic mutations are changes in the DNA sequence that can alter the instructions for the synthesis of a particular protein. These mutations can occur randomly during DNA replication, or they can be caused by environmental factors such as radiation or exposure to certain chemicals. Some mutations have no effect on the protein's function, while others can lead to serious health conditions. Inherited diseases such as cystic fibrosis and sickle cell anemia are caused by mutations in specific genes. Cystic fibrosis is caused by mutations in the CFTR gene, which codes for a protein that regulates the flow of salt and water in and out of cells. In individuals with cystic fibrosis, the CFTR protein is defective, leading to the production of thick, sticky mucus in the lungs and digestive system, which can lead to infections and other complications. Sickle cell anemia is caused by a mutation in the HBB gene, which codes for a protein called hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is responsible for carrying oxygen in the blood, and in individuals with sickle cell anemia, the mutated hemoglobin leads to the formation of abnormal, sickle-shaped red blood cells. These cells can get stuck in small blood vessels, leading to a range of complications such as pain, organ damage, and an increased risk of infections. While genetic mutations can have serious consequences for health, advances in genetic testing and treatment have provided new hope for individuals affected by these conditions. Scientists are working to develop new therapies that target the specific genetic mutations that cause these diseases, such as gene editing and gene therapy. Gene editing is a technique that allows scientists to make precise changes to the DNA sequence, including correcting mutations that cause genetic diseases. Gene therapy involves the insertion of healthy copies of a gene into a patient's cells to replace the defective copies. While these therapies are still in the early stages of development, they offer a promising avenue for the treatment of genetic diseases. In conclusion, genetics is a complex and fascinating field that has revolutionized our understanding of the fundamental mechanisms of life. By exploring the structure of DNA, the inheritance of physical traits, and the impact of genetic mutations on human health, we have gained new insights into the role of genes in shaping who we are. As scientists continue to uncover the secrets of our DNA, we can look forward to new breakthroughs and innovations that will transform the way we approach medicine and disease. In conclusion, genetics is a rapidly advancing field, and there is still much to be discovered and understood about the intricacies of DNA and how it shapes who we are. Ongoing research is shedding light on new areas, such as epigenetics, which explores how environmental factors can affect the expression of genes without altering the underlying DNA sequence. Understanding the role of genetics in human health and disease is critical for the development of new treatments and cures. The Human Genome Project, a massive international effort to map the entire human genome, was completed in 2003 and has paved the way for new breakthroughs in genetics research. The information gleaned from this project has already led to new therapies for diseases such as cancer and cystic fibrosis. In addition to its applications in medicine, genetics is also playing an increasingly important role in fields such as agriculture and environmental conservation. By understanding the genetic makeup of crops and livestock, scientists can develop more resilient and productive strains that can help to address global food security challenges. In conservation, genetics is being used to study endangered species and inform conservation efforts. As we continue to unlock the secrets of our DNA, we must also grapple with the ethical implications of genetic research. Questions around genetic privacy, the use of genetic information in employment and insurance decisions, and the potential for genetic engineering to create designer babies are just a few of the complex issues facing society today. In conclusion, we hope you've enjoyed learning about the science of genetics and how it shapes who we are. The ongoing advances in this field hold the promise of transforming medicine, agriculture, and conservation, but also require careful consideration of the ethical implications. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to continuing to explore the fascinating world of genetics with you. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and leave a comment on the comment section down below.